Simon, you've obviously had the chance to mull over what's happened last weekend. What's been the reactions from the players this week?
Just like I spoke to the team about, I don't think as a club it was what is expected. I thought we let ourselves down in certain areas of the game again, and we need to be better, certainly.
Definitely, yeah. Obviously went to the members Monday night as well on Monday. What did you take from that and get to speak to the fans about?
Oh, I mean, it's always good having our fans there come and ask you questions that are relevant to the club. Because they're a brilliant group. I know at times we haven't done good by them, and we deserve some of the criticism we get for sure. And I'll take that my responsibility to that, because it is right. We haven't been what we need to be, and I take full responsibility for that. But like Widnes fans do, they turn up and they're knowledgeable. So it's some of the questions might have been uncomfortable, but that's we're always upfront and honest, and that's what we are as a town and as a group. And so I enjoy them type of things, because it shows how passionate the people are of this town and how passionate our supporters are. And also you go away from there and you feel hurt by it, because you want to do right by them, because they love this club, the fans love this club, I love this club, and the players do as well. So sometimes it's good to go and feel that from them as well, because like I say, I come out of there and you feel that we owe them. I mean, I felt that anyway, but I feel like we owe them something back, because of it's not a secret what they give to this place and what they give to the team, what they've gone above and beyond to give to this club, to give back to this club, should I say. So, we're hurting, I'm hurting as well, that we're not giving enough back to them at the moment. And I think myself and the players, we've got to take some responsibility for that personally and individually, and step up and give something back.
Yeah. Another interaction you obviously had with the fans last week was going down to LDRL training, and you obviously got to recreate that picture as well from when you walked Liam and Luke out as mascots. What was it like going down there to see them?
Brilliant. And they're, sometimes my job, and when I was a player and as a coach, you get consumed in different things that, you forget about how long you've been at a certain club and moments that are special and are important. And to see a moment like that 10 years ago, and I think that day I was captain. I was captain that year. So you forget, like I say, you get consumed in the job we do, and you forget about some of these real special moments. And that, again, it was a big day. Last week was important for me. You go down and again you get to see what playing rugby means to people, not just the professional level. You sometimes forget what it means and the enjoyment that it should bring. And again, that was a brilliant day. I wasn't overly keen, I must have been, on joining in, because my old body doesn't really dictate that I can do that anymore. But I got persuaded into playing a bit of tick and pass, and again, like I say, you forget the enjoyment that rugby brings, and like 10 years I look a bit younger than I do now, and my wife said that I look slightly older and maybe carrying a little bit of extra weight than I should. But it was brilliant. It was a brilliant day, and again, it's another reason that our support is so good. These moments that they create is another reason that we got to give something back.
Definitely, yeah. After this weekend, then obviously you just announced the 20-man squad slightly reduced because of a few injuries, but Owen Buckley comes back in as well. Have you kept tabs on his loan spell at Swinton?
Yeah, I have, and he's been good for Swinton. It's because of the situation we're in. We've had to recall him because we've got a couple of knocks. Jaden's got a head knock who won't be back in time for this game, and so we need a bit of cover in that regard. But he's been good for Swinton, and all the feedback we've had from Swinton as well, he's been excellent for them. So it's a credit to him, but I wouldn't expect anything less from Buckers. He puts everything into everything he does, and he's been a credit to himself going there. So he comes back and joins us this week. I'm not sure he'll feature, but that's the unfortunate circumstance we're in at the moment. We've got a few COVID issues like everyone, and a couple of knocks here and there. So, we need that cover at the moment.
Yeah, just about the absences then, obviously Lewis House drops out, and Jaden Hatton as well, and Matt Cook still recovering from injury. What about those, when will those players be due back?
I'm not sure about Cookie, because it's an awkward one with your calf. You've got to get through the right protocols, and because it is your calf, you've got to be right before you can get back on the field. Lewis else, he's not quite got his return to play for his COVID, the different protocols and stages you need to get through to make sure you're right, which is, it has to be done. obviously his health's the most important thing, and it does knock a fair bit out of you when you do have COVID. So we've got to be right by him, and he's not quite there yet. So, and Jaden got a bad head knock, so you've got to follow the right steps and progress before you return to training properly. So I would imagine that Jaden and Lewis else will be available, for Halifax, but I'm not so sure on Cookie.
Yeah. What do you expect your teams to do differently than from last week then for this weekend?
Show some fight, show some willingness to want to go and win a game and work hard. Like I say, I think we owe it to a few different people that we've got to go and step up and show some fight. I'm not going to hide away from that and say, yeah, it's pretty obvious that we need to show that. I think we owe some people, so we've got to give something back, and also individually and personally, we've got to show a little bit of pride for the shirt we're wearing. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but I don't want it to come across as a cliche, because I think it's about time now that we did show some of that and some of that fight that people deserve to see from us, because we haven't shown enough of it, and this club deserves it. So that's what I expect this week.
Yeah, just on Dewsbury then, obviously a couple of places below, Widnes in the table, just lost one more game. The tough run of form recently, but what do you expect from them?
Tough. They're a tough team, and it's a tough place to go and play games. It's a tight pitch. It's always traditionally a hard place to go and win at. So you ask what I expect. If we don't turn up and have a dig and work hard, we won't win at Dewsbury, because you've got to. It doesn't matter where they are on the table. You've got to turn up and roll your sleeves up and get stuck in, because it's a tough place to go and win at. So we'll be expecting the same from them, and they'll be up for it. They've got a few signings coming this week, which will give them a boost. Obviously, that's what it does. New faces and some quality as well. It's not just about extra bodies. They've got Riley Dean, who we know from playing against York. He's a good young player, and they've just signed Dale Ferguson on loan, who's a Super League player who's dropped down. So they've got good additions, and they've got some good players there. So we're expecting a tough tie.
Yeah, best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you.